What's up, guys? Quantry02 here with another figure review, and today I have for you another figure in the Marvel Mafex line. It is the highly anticipated Gambit from the X-Men. Let's get into it. Alright guys, well, before we take a look at the figure, let's take a look at the packaging. So here is the packaging for Gambit here. This is your Mafex packaging that we've seen in plenty of the Marvel Mafex figures so far. So you have your, the border right here. You have the comic book-esque, little rectangle right here. We got a picture of the figure. Well, not figure, a picture of the character from the comics. And you got the 6-inch Marvel. It is 131 of Mafex. Really cool. I love that touch. I love that they do that, especially with the X-Men characters. You have a picture of the figure right here. It says Gambit, Gambit comic version, action figure, Marvel Mafex Medicom toys. There's the top right there. A lot of the figures also have like the face of the character from the comics. You usually see these on the covers of the classic the Jim Lee-esque comic books. There's the X-Men logo right there. You got Gambit right here on the side there. Another picture of Gambit right there with the X-Men logo in a different color. There's the back where you see all the cool things you get with the figure and some different poses from them. And you got some warning stuff down there, some more warning stuff at the bottom in Japanese that we can't read. And yeah, man, that is the packaging. Now that we look at the packaging, let's take a look at the figure itself. And here's Gambit with everything that comes with him out of the package. Before we get into the accessories, take a look at the figure itself. And here he is, guys, the Cajun Sensation Remy LeBeau, aka Gambit, here in the Mafex Marvel line. The X-Men line continues. We've got characters like Wolverine, we've got Deadpool, we've got just a couple other guys. We got Cyclops, and then we got Psylocke on the way as well. But here is Gambit. I feel like this is probably the most anticipated Mafex figures to date, man, because people have been waiting for this guy. The cloth jacket, I should say, and just the great articulation that Mafex has been known for, and it is finally here, guys. I gotta say, this thing looks like a very solid figure. We're going to get into the articulation in a second, but we're just going to take a closer look at the figure. So let's just zoom in real quick here. So this is the head sculpt here of Gambit, and this thing looks very, very good. Very nice paint all the way around here. You got the nice red eyes there with that little black around it. You got the 5 o'clock shadow that looks pretty good. And just a solid face, man. I love the hair here. They did a really good job with the hair. A lot of the comic book artists like to do the little side swipe hair, but we always seen Gambit with the hair on both sides. But this is probably the most iconic look for Gambit here. We see this a lot. They did a really, really good job there with that. So that looks good. It's got some nice, dry brush in there. You see some shading all up in the hair, which is very, very nice. You come down. This is where the costume begins. Nice metallic color here on the chest plate here, on the blue, even going down to the chest plate here in the torso. Nice pearlescent, purple color there, and that goes all the way down till you get to the tights here, which are also very nice as well. And then it's also in the boots. I'll let you guys see the back in a second. I'm gonna take the jacket off in a second, but since we're here, let's take a look at the jacket here. So the tailoring looks pretty good. Obviously, I think that the jacket itself looks better. If you own the Mezco Toys Gambit, I think that jacket obviously looks a little bit better because it looks like it's made out of like leather or something. This one's more of a cloth, but they did a really good job with this, man. They really did here. So it is very tailored very well. You got the stitching all throughout, and just like it's a nice coat. They did a really good job with it. It fits them pretty well. It doesn't seem too big, not too small, just right. And the best thing about this thing that definitely beats the Mezco jacket is that I feel like they put way more bendy wire throughout this thing. So there's bendy wire here in the collar. There's bendy wire that goes all the way down to the end of the jacket, and then it goes around here. So that's all bendy wire right there. Even up into the cut here in the rain jacket. So there's the cut. See that cut? It goes all the way through up there and all the way around. So basically you can get this coat in any kind of like dynamic pose you need to get it into. So they did a really good job there. So that's great. So I'm gonna take the jacket off, and we're gonna I'll let you see the rest of the figure up close. Alright guys, so now that I took off the jacket, you can see the rest of the details here. So here are the arms there, and they look pretty good as well. Nice detailing here, and this is all sculpted here. That's not just paint, it's sculpted all the way through these little panels here. The rest is just black, but you see the nice definition in the arms. They look pretty nice. And the rest of it just really black, but it looks good. And you go to the back, you see the definition in the back there, also very nice. And the rest of the sculpt here. And then you got the nice, like I said, the pearlescent, metallic kind of blue in the boots. And yeah, man, I mean, this is a design that we've seen on many occasions with imports as well as the domestic Marvel Legends figure. But Mafex does a pretty good job with it, man. They did a really good job with this the sculpt, and I really don't have any complaints as far as how this guy looks. Sometimes it seems like they miss a little bit when it comes to like the physique and stuff of certain characters, but I think they nailed Gambit pretty well. So let's get into articulation now. Alright guys, so taking a look at articulation, let's start at the head. So you have a double ball peg here at the top of the neck. We've seen this plenty of times, so you turn it all around 360. Then you also have a ball peg here at the base of the neck, which is going to give you all the movement you need here in the neck, so you can look up that much, you can look down that much, which is really great. Tuck that chin, go left and right, and you can spin it all the way around. And all the motion you need here in the neck is there. So you come to the shoulders here. You have a butterfly joint, so you can move that, like that. So that goes up about that much, goes back about that much, which is decent. And then you have the ball hinge here, so it hinges up. His arm hinges up that much, and you can go 360 there, and you can get all the movement you need there in the shoulder. So a lot of movement here in the shoulder. You go down to here, you have the bicep swivel that swivels 360, boom boom, really good. You have the double hinged elbow here, which gives you way better than 90, which is very nice. And it comes down to the hinge here in the wrist peg, so you can spin that around like that, and then it hinges. Well, I just took it off, but you look here, you can hinge up and down. Put the hand back up there, and it hinges up about that much, hinges down about that much, which is pretty nice. Come to the torso here, you have your ab crunch here, or diaphragm joint, whatever you want to call it, and it hinges about that much. Not a lot, but it's enough, I guess. Goes back pretty well. And then you also have your articulation here in the waist, which is going to help with the articulation. So now you can lean back a lot, because if you use both the top and bottom, you get a lot of articulation there. So you can look back very well, and you can crunch very well too. So look at that. That's boom, perfect. And then obviously you got the swivel here, so you can swivel, and you can move it all, this bottom torso joint all the way around like you need to. So that's how that looks. Pop that back up there. I'm going on to the legs, and you can kick up about that much, kick back about this, not a lot because of the buttocks here. But it is a double dumbbell joint here, so two pegs, a ball here and a ball here. But you got that drop down import SHF kind of articulation, so you can extend your kicks. So with that, you can go up a little bit more. You can tuck that back in when you're done, and can you do the splits? And just about, man, look, that's pretty good. That's actually really freaking good. So very nice there. Pop those back in. Also, since it's on a ball peg, you're going to get that nice swivel there. So there's your thigh swivel. Very nice. You have your double jointed knee, which does better than 90. I still don't know where I set here, what I would want them to do with this, but I always hate when they put like the little knee thing here, on like they sculpted onto one part of the leg, either the thigh or the leg. But I don't know what else it could have really did with this. But it always looks kind of ugly, but it's whatever. And you come down to the ankles here, and you can swivel that around like that. And then obviously you have your toe, I mean not your toe, your ankle pivot here, nice ankle pivot. And of course, one more thing, go up that much and go down that much. And you gotta have it, that toe articulation. So there you go, man, a very basic scheme here, but everything works pretty well. I have no real issues here with the articulation. Everything works very solid. So articulation wise, very, very good here for Gambit. Let's get into accessories, shall we? So Gambit comes with two different head sculpts, and this is the one that comes with him out of the package. We already kind of took a look at this already, and it looks pretty good. And here is the second head sculpt he comes with the gritting teeth. He's more angry. Definitely love this one. Love the detail here. You see all the detail in the face. Very nice. Gambit comes with 6 pairs of hands. This is the first one here, the fist. These came with him out of the package. And these are a pair of gripping hands. They have holes in them. This is for holding his bow staff, which we'll take a look at in a little bit. And here are a pair of more relaxed hands. And these are a pair of card wielding hands, which you can be able to basically wedge the card energy effects into in between the fingers here. And I like that they're both 2 different sculpts, so that's pretty cool. And here's a pair of more action-oriented hands, sort of like throwing. And these look pretty good as well. And here is a pair of another, basically the same sculpt that I just showed you, the more action-oriented hands, but these have little plastic pegs attached to them, and they're there for a reason. They are for the amazing energy effects I'm going to show you guys in a second, and I'll give an example of that once we get there. Here is Gambit's bow staff here. We've seen different versions of this from different companies, and it's basically all, most of these are the same. It's just a nice staff here, not a little bit of detail in that you know, pearlescent blue paint, and yeah, you basically can just stick it into this the the staff wielding hand here, and it fits pretty well. Probably the best out of the figures that I have of Gambit. This one probably fits the best, man. It's nice, it's tight, and it's not going anywhere really. He holds it very, very well, so you don't have to worry about it falling out or anything like that. Looks pretty good. So the bow staff also comes with these little energy effects. So if you know Gambit's ability, his mutant ability is to energize any object that he gets his hand on. He can energize it and it explodes. And basically he can put these little energy effects here at the end of the bow staff, and they just plug into there. So there's a little hole in there, and they just plug in, so you can just take them on and off like that, and they fit pretty snug. That looks pretty cool. So he also comes with 2 different playing card energy effects. Well, technically there's 4, but these are the smaller versions, 2 smaller energy effects here. And this is the one for the right hand here, which is like kind of him moving the energy, the playing card in motion here, and it's kind of doing like a swishing effect. This looks pretty cool. Nice translucent plastic with some pink in there, and it goes from opaque to translucent. It's really nice. So that's how that looks. I love that one. And then for the left hand, you have 2 playing cards, and they're both just engulfed in that flaming, you know, psionic kind of energized energy. Also goes from a nice opaque color to a translucent color, which looks really cool. Love that one as well. Both are really great sculpts, man. Mafex did a hell of a job with these effects, man. These are just the top. This is just the first 2, man. We haven't even got to the really cool ones yet. Even though these are really great, but both look really good here. And I guess you all was wondering what those huge pegs are in the throwing hands. What are those for? It is for these 2 bad boys right here. Here's the first one. which is really cool. This is a very cool swooshing effect, and probably my favorite out of all the import figures that of Gambit that I have. The other two, with the Yamaguchi and the Mezco. Man, I think Mafex just outdid them here, man. This thing is absolutely awesome here. This huge swooshing effect with the 3 cards just shooting out of the effect like that. Oh man, it's just really sweet. So same thing's going here. You have the opaque at the top, but then you go into the translucent plastic here, pink plastic or purple plastic, and then you see that there's a little hole here, and that's what that is for. So I'll show you that in a second. So there's this one. This one's really cool. This is awesome. But you want to, well, maybe Gambit needs some more energy. He has to put some more energy into his cards for a throw. You're gonna want to whip out this bad boy right here. Look at this one right here. This is a monster effect right here, man. The flame all over the swooshing effect there. Look at all that detail there, man. This is sick. This is probably my favorite effect, man. This thing looks amazing, man. Like all the flame detail into it. And this one's a little bit heavier than this one for obvious reasons. There's more plastic involved, but they both are very sick. So I'm going to show you how to put these on. So basically, you just take Gambit here and you just plug it into the little hole here. So boom, that's how that goes. And then it's up to you as the poser, and you know, to try to balance this thing out, because they are heavy effects. They are heavy effects, so you're gonna have to, you know, finagle it and really, you know, figure out how you're going to be able to pose this guy without having to hit way down the figure. Because over time, if you leave this figure in a pose like this, it's gonna probably mess with the joints a bit. So, you know, figure out what you have to do. But I do 100% love these these effects, man. I've been seeing online in the ACB community, man, of people just doing some really cool photos with these things right here, man. These are awesome. So that's one of them. That's the lighter of the two. This is the big boy here. So the same thing. You just plug that into here like so, and then, oh, see, it's so heavy that it came off the peg. So this one's the one you're gonna really want to be careful with, because it's like super freaking heavy. But you're gonna be able to do some cool photographs with this thing, man, and pose them up real nice. I just don't know about keeping this effect on him. If you're gonna put just displaying him in a display, I don't know if you want to put this one up there for so long, because I feel like this is gonna weigh down on those joints, man. But it is very, very cool. And I'm gonna see what I can do with this in the photos after the review. But I love this effect. These are probably the best Gambit effects ever with a figure. So cool. And he also comes with a your typical Mafex flight stand, as well as this little stand right here, which I'm not really sure what this is for. So if anybody knows what to do with this, I'll definitely let me know, because I have no idea what this goes to. But it comes with this as well. Alright, it's size comparison time. Time to compare Gambit to other figures from other lines. Here he is with his Mafex X-Men members. So you have on your left the Mafex Cyclops, and on your right the Mafex Wolverine. And here he is with Marvel Legends Rogue and the Amazing Yamaguchi Revoltech Cable. Here he is beside Buzzmod Nezuko and Figma's Deku. Here he is beside 1000 Toys Conti and Black Series Boba Fett. Here he is beside Mezco's 1/12 Blade and SH Figure Arts Ultra Instinct Son Goku. And here's the comparison that a lot of people probably wanted to see, which is how this Gambit stacks up to the most recent Gambits to come out over the last couple of years. So on your left you have the Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi Gambit, and on your right you have the Mezco 1/12 Gambit. And I feel like out of these three, my favorite is definitely the Mafex version, and I think it just combines what these other two figures do well into one. So I think that the Revoltech figure does not look, it looks kind of rough, but it has the best articulation. And on your right, with the Mezco figure, it doesn't have great articulation, but it looks pretty great. It looks great. And then this figure in the middle just combines two, has really good articulation and looks great. But what is your opinion, guys? Definitely let me know in the comments which one is your favorite out of the three. And yeah, we have a discussion. So there you have it. Overall, when it comes to Mafex Gambit, this is probably the best Marvel X-Men figure from Mafex come out so far. As much as I do like the Wolverine and the Cyclops, there were certain things about those figures that kind of turned me away, and maybe just like rather just go with the Marvel Legends version. But this guy here is exactly what I wanted him to be. So when it comes to a lot of figures that you anticipate, sometimes they kind of drop the ball, but this guy is definitely worth the price, man. I know he's expensive, but he is definitely 100% worth it, guys. I'm talking great sculpt, great paint, great accessory counts, some of the best, not some of the best, the best Gambit energy effects we've seen from any company. These things are superb, and it's definitely the best you're gonna get from any figure that has been released for a Gambit figure. Also, the trench coat is great. It's stitched very well, and then it has nice thick bending wire in there to get some very dynamic poses. And this guy's just gonna look great on your shelf, man. And when in your Gem Lead display or other X-Men display that you have, this guy is just gonna stand out because he just looks great, man. This looks great. And for those ACBA guys who like to go out and have to make some great pictures, some great photos out there, this is the Gambit that you're gonna want to photograph, because he is just looks awesome, man. I have nothing else to really say about it. I have nothing really negative to say about this guy. This guy is exactly what I wanted him to be and more, man. The head sculpts are great, accessory count's great, the sculpt's great, the soft good is awesome. What is there really to complain about, guys? So if you haven't yet, man, please go out and get this guy. I don't know if he's still available on Japanese retailers. Like, I got this guy from Amiyami, but if you can't, definitely try to at least go out and pre-order him while you can at the American retailers like Big Bad Toy Store, because he is 100% worth it, and he gets 2 thumbs up of approvals from this guy. And I may still be kind of early to say this, but he may be in contention for figure of the year for me, man. I have really enjoyed pulling this guy and just messing around with him, man. There's so many display options that this guy provides, and man, definitely go out and get him, man. You need him. You need this guy in your collection. If you are a X-Men fan, and if you are a Gambit fan like myself, I may be a little biased, but this is definitely the very best Gambit figure out there, man, and 100% recommended. So guys, if you like this video, please smash that like button. If you're not already, what are you doing? Please subscribe to the channel for more figure reviews, and also hit that bell icon so you get notified every time I put up a brand new video. And yeah, man, I will see you guys in the next one. Stay gold, everybody. Peace.